Hey everybody, 10-minute Tuesday time, and today I'm going to talk about digestive health and why this is so important for your day-to-day functioning and making sure you feel your best and operate on all cylinders every day. So it's really important to look at our digestive health to see if we're suffering from any issues that could be prohibiting our ability to break down food and turn it into fuel for our bodies. Because as we all know, machines cannot function without fuel, and our bodies are pretty much machines and a lot of the operations that they have on a day-to-day basis. So the better our digestion is, the better we'll feel and function every day. And our basic anatomy, I'm going to get a little bit sciencey here, or I should say technical with some of these terms, but you'll catch on as you follow along. So basic anatomy of our digestive tract is our stomach, our small intestine, and our large intestine. And most micronutrients, simple carbs, alcohol, medications are absorbed directly from your stomach. Your small intestine comes next, and it does most of the work for what we're talking about tonight. It actually breaks down macronutrients like vitamins, proteins, and fats so that they can be carried by your bloodstream to boost your metabolism, which is really important. And then our large intestine on the very tail end, literally, is your colon. It's responsible for reabsorbing water, sodium, potassium, and vitamin K. But tonight I'm going to focus on how our body actually breaks down food as it moves through your system. So digestive enzymes, if you've never heard of them, they are actually your body's best friend. And there's certain ones in your digestive tract called amylase, lactase, lipase, and protease. And these are produced in your gastrointestinal tract to assist with digestion and metabolism. And these can also be found in some unprocessed raw foods like pineapple and papaya. And the main function of digestive enzymes is to metabolize large food particles, turn them into nutrients so that your body can absorb them and use them obviously for survival, which is obviously pretty important. And so our digestive process is actually 6 different steps. I'm going to break that down for you pretty quickly here. And it starts when you actually start chewing your food, and it triggers a domino effect all the way down through your system, firing off mechanisms and secretions in your oral cavity, stomach, and your small intestine. So step 1 of this digestive process is your salivary amylase is released in your mouth as you start chewing, and it starts breaking down food right away into component molecules, and that follows it to your stomach. Now step 2 is the parietal cells of your stomach are then triggered into releasing acids, pepsin, and enzymes including gastric amylase. And what happens here is partially digested food begins turning into a substance that they call chyme, C-H-Y-M-E. And this is just a nicer sounding word for a semi-fluid blob of food mush. So chyme is what's going to be moving through our system the rest of the way. Now step 3, our stomach acid actually neutralizes the first amylase we talked about, the salivary amylase, and then it lets gastric amylase take over and do its thing. So step 4, after an hour or so, the chyme, what I talked about, the mushy food blob, is moved into your upper small intestine and triggers the release of a hormone called secretin. Step 5 then is your pancreas is notified to release hormones, bicarbonate, bile, and pancreatic hormones that are known as lipase, trypsin, amylase, and nuclease. So we got a lot of words going on here, but these are the ones for the pancreas. And then step 6 is the bicarbonate that was just released actually changes the acidity of the chyme from acid to alkaline and allows the enzymes and bacteria there to break the food down completely. So, like what a crazy process. Like every time you take a bite of food, that is what that food is going through all the way through your digestive tract. It's pretty amazing. So for people who have sufficient digestive enzymes, the work of your digestive tract is done. You have probably no problems at all digesting food, getting all the food and nutrients that you need out of that food. But if you have an insufficient supply of enzymes, you could be suffering in any number of those steps with some issues and causing some other health problems that you might not even be aware could be tracked back to your digestive system. So I have some recommendations if you're curious about trying to find out if this is you or not, and if you need to look into taking some digestive enzymes to help your digestive health. So first, number one recommendation, as always, is get plenty of water. I've talked about making sure you're hydrated before. I have a whole different video about that you can check out. But why water is so important to our digestive health is it helps maintain the proper acid balance throughout our body, which is really great. And it also ensures that you create enough mucus to aid the movement of food through your digestive tract. So if you're not getting enough water and if you're dehydrated, that food is going to have a harder time actually moving itself through your system and coming on the way out as well. So getting plenty of water is really important. Some people also take what's called a prebiotic. So this is a non-digestible fiber compound that helps provide food for the good bacteria in your gut. And you can take it as a supplement. It's also found naturally in things that you might cook with, like garlic, onions, leeks, asparagus, bananas, etc. The list goes on. You can look those up yourself. Some people also take what's known as probiotics. And these contain good bacteria that produce enzymes that your body needs, including the ones that we just talked about tonight, all the A's. And so what those do are obviously just help with digestion, absorption. You can take probiotics as a supplement as well, or find them naturally in things, a lot of fermented foods, things like kimchi, sauerkraut, even yogurt is great for probiotic. And then also some people decide to take an actual digestive enzyme supplement. So if you suffer from things like acid reflux, gas, bloating, leaky gut, irritable bowel, diarrhea, constipation, if any of those is sending up a red flag right now, it might be time for you to look into, okay, what can I maybe supplement with? Maybe my body is missing an important component in my food digestion process. So taking a digestive enzyme might be something for you to check out. And what these do is basically take stress off of your stomach, your pancreas, your liver, your gallbladder, and your small intestine by actually helping break down things that are harder to digest, like proteins, starches, and fats. So I have a couple of personal recommendations for enzymes that you could take that my husband takes almost every day to help with his digestive health. And the first one is called Essential Zyme. And this is from Young Living because I buy supplements from them as well. This one is really great. It's just, I think it's like a one a day, but it's a bilayer. It's great for improving overall enzyme activity and supporting healthy pancreatic function. So if you already know that maybe you're somebody that has a pancreas that's not doing its job, this would be a good one for you, kind of like as a maintenance supplement every day. And then another great one, also from Young Living, is called Essential Zymes 4. And what this is kind of like a 1-2 pill pack, like a 1-2 punch for you. And these are really great for if you're eating a diet high in fats, proteins, fibers, and carbs, which honestly sounds like the modern processed diet that we're all eating. But this is really great, especially for heavier meals, to kind of help aid in the digestion of all those items that you're eating. So last and certainly not least, is to reduce your stress. This can have a really big impact on your digestive function, and you might not even realize it until you do some stress relieving activities. But if you have an increase in stress, you have a decrease in digestion because your body is spending a good majority of its energy on trying to neutralize the stress in your life, and it's not having enough energy to spend on your actual digestion process. So especially if you're somebody who has maybe irritable bowel or constipation or diarrhea, you might need to look into if certain stressful situations are affecting your digestive system. So and as I've mentioned before, if your digestive tract is affected in any stage in the process, that 6-step process that I went through, your whole body could actually be suffering because there's a lot of ways that could go wrong in the middle, and you could just not be absorbing all of the great foods that you're putting into your body if you're trying to fuel yourself in the best way possible for you. So that is my talk on digestion and digestive health. So I hope that was helpful for you. And I will see you all again next week for another 10 Minute Tuesday. Bye!